Hi everybody, this is Boston Jimmie again from Stogie Press. We are sitting at the Premium Cigar Association, formerly known as the IPCPCR. It rolls off your tongue a lot easier. I'm sitting here today with the president and owner of Rock-A-Feller Cigars, known as the Vintage Rock-A-Feller Cigar Group. This is Kevin Schweitzer.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Good to see you, Jimmy.
Good to see you, Kevin. How's the show going today?
The show's going really good.
You know, some good orders coming in. You just told me you signed up Hawaii.
Yeah, we had a great time with Hawaii. They will be there. They bought a bunch of Lanceros.
Talk loud.
The guys from Hawaii came in, yes, they bought a bunch of Lanceros. We got a lot of guys from California coming in showing interest. We're about to distribute in California now. We had a lot of interest out of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York as well, which is our regular states. We also had a lot of interest coming out of Florida.
So the Lancero, won my battle of the Lanceros last year, which was something a little quirky I did. Didn't have a lot of Lanceros, but there was a good, handful of them. And a 97 rating. I'm going to tell you right now that Lancero was spectacular. Hard thing to make. What was your biggest challenge in making that cigar?
To make sure that it was rolled perfectly and the ash would stay lit on that cigar. Because a lot of times people smoke a Lancero, they put it down, the ash goes down, the ash falls down. The other interesting thing is a lot of Lanceros burn hot. Our Lancero does not burn hot. It's made by Jose Valdez. He's a fourth-generation Cuban grower at American Caribbean Cigars, and we sat and worked with him and came out with a beautiful cigar.
So this year, you've moved to another cigar called the Dominican Blue, and you're working this with a legend in the industry, Victor de la Cruz.
Victor de la Cruz at Tabacalera L&B, Tabacalera L&B, at Tamborel.
How did you meet Victor?
I met Victor about 4 years ago, and ever since then I've been going to the Dominican Republic a lot, working with him to come out with a great cigar. We came out with another version I didn't think was right for the U.S. market, so I sat with him. We had this blend a long time ago, brought it back, we came out with an amazing cigar.
So you started this business a few years ago. This is not actually a new brand.
Right.
You bought this company, and explain to my audience, so you're a gold trader in New York.
Right, so I was a gold and silver trader in New York. I went down, dealt with a lot of international governments, with foreign investors, with New York investors, put financial marriages together into some crazy places that don't even have embassies. So when it came to going into the cigar business, for me to go to Nicaragua was a no-brainer. It was easy. I was used to that kind of travel. This cigar, this Dominican Blue, that me and Victor de la Cruz created, was a combination of both our minds, and we felt that we put a secret ingredient in that cigar that's phenomenal.
Secret ingredient.
We were going to call it the secret sauce, but we changed it to Dominican Blue.
Okay. So, how is the reception on this cigar?
Today it's been absolutely amazing. Everybody knows about your review and saw that it received a 94. They all smoked it. The reception's been great. Everybody seemed to love it.
So I've been validated.
You've been validated.
You hear that, world? I've been validated. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. So now you've got this business growing. It's a business that seemed to have some issues when you bought it. You went in and fixed these problems. You went back into retailers to re-explain that you, Kevin Schweitzer, the owner of this company, and are doing stuff. So talk a little bit about that process.
So when I took over the company, we were in a lot of stores. Originally we were in 425 stores when I took over it, but I had to change the situation that the old owner left it with, and I have. I've got back 95% of those stores. It's been a great journey, and we've been having a lot of fun. Our market's grown 30% in the last year. We're in 6 different markets now. You can find our stores in a lot more stores over the last 2 years, and we keep growing. We're looking for distribution in certain areas. We're looking for distribution now in California so we can handle a lot of our California accounts we used to have.
So have you considered, as you have this growth path, and being the business person you are, we project 10 years in the future. So 10 years from now, Is Rock-A-Feller Cigars going to be in Asia, Europe, Germany?
So I trademarked in Europe last year. I plan on being my next move, which I discussed in my original media outlet when I first bought Rock-A-Feller Cigars. Our plan was to get into Europe, and we're working on that now. We want to be with the right distribution company in Europe, as you know, so it's quality. That's what we believe in. We believe in quality, class, and a Rock-A-Feller name.
Now, the Rock-A-Feller name, no issues with this?
No issues with the company.
Excellent, excellent. So the artwork here is absolutely gorgeous. When you see this coming in from the show floor, this backdrop pops. It's all about New York.
We actually were playing some Frank Sinatra earlier today.
Oh, well, you really?
Yeah. We play that Frank Sinatra again, guys?
Don't do it yet. Don't drown me out.
A little Fly Me to the Moon and New York, New York.
Yeah, I know. New York, he's probably a Yankee fan. And,
no, I'm a Met fan, but that's okay.
That's okay. My dad was a Met fan, and I lived and breathed the Mets when I was a kid. So that's why I'm a Red Sox fan, all right? Because I felt my father's pain and all of that, so it was good. So I look at this, and you got the whole line up here. We had the Red Series, you got the Cora line. Talk about the gold series.
So I was a gold trader, like I said. So to me, I wanted to make something involving gold. So I did. I came out with the Rock-A-Feller Gold Series. So our Gold Series is a high-end cigar. Anything that's high-end comes under the Gold Series label. We have some new stuff coming out soon, besides from the Gold Series. We have some new stuff coming out soon. So our Dominican factory is pre-FDA, and we plan on bringing a bunch of blends out from our old Patolas that were grandfathered in, and make them at different factories across the cigar industry.
And that is very important for retailers,
right?
Because retailers want to know that you're going to have the perseverance to sustain this headwind of the FDA, and you've got the plan to do that, and they have hopefully the trust that you're going to do this.
Right. So I've had the plan since day one, because that was a question. You see a new guy on the block. Yeah, how do we know this guy's going to be here? Well, year 3 at IPCPR, we've been growing 30% every single year. We handle the FDA the way it's supposed to be. We're completely compliant and plan on going forward and staying around a long, long time to get used to seeing Rock-A-Feller cigars in their name.
Excellent. Kevin Schweitzer with Vintage Rock-A-Feller Cigar Group, best known as Rock-A-Feller Cigars. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook. You can follow them through Stogie Press. We're always talking about their cigars. This is one of my favorite brands.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you.